We highly recommend this.
Highly recommend.
This is rated a 3 on a scale of 0 to 10, which means it's a low, moderate risk.
Why take any risk? Did it ever occur to them that you don't have to take a risk
fragrance,
to shave?
No parabens, no phthalates, no dyes, no animal products, and no animal testing, which means this product is cruelty-free.
To all animals except
huge
humans.
Fan of the Everyman Jack line that they carry at Target. This says that it is for sensitive skin.
All the reviews are the same. They just read the marketing department's spiel.
Fragrance, parabens, phthalates, dyes, and animal byproducts, which means it's vegan.
Yeah, nice try. It's all chemicals. Vegan's a subset of vegetarian, which means it's all vegetables, but also doesn't have dairy in it.
This is a great product. Why? It's
because the marketing department said it's a great
product. No parabens,
product.
no dyes, no sulfates, and they don't test on animals.
He's watchful. He's vigilant. He's a hunter by nature. He's got the most highly trained senses, and he never stops sniffing around. He does not accept corporate payoffs, and he is not interested in making friends and allies. He's on every corporate hit list and every government watch list. The Bloodhound Review.
Welcome to the Bloodhound Review. I'm your host, non-Dr. Smith. That's right, I'm not a doctor. So you can turn me off right now. Today we're going to take a look at a cool new product called Everyman Jack Face Lotion. By the way, you do need to put lotion on your face, just in case you didn't know. It helps to lotion it up. And if you do feel the need to lotion it up, be smooth and be quick with Everyman Jack Face Lotion. We're going to go at 2 thumbs down on this, and we're going to talk about why. Made for sensitive skin. What makes it work? Menthol and chamomile soothe, shea butter hydrates, and aloe plus vitamin E protects. And it's dermatologist recommended. But wait, don't they make dermatologists make money off skin cancer? Could there be an economic agenda here? Honestly, in comparison to a lot of the lotions out there that are just loaded to the brim with chemicals, this is a huge step up from them. It's not horrendous in comparison to what's out there. I don't like it. To me, it's just a lot of semi. They got some shea butter and cute things in there, but they got a lot of chemicals and preservatives and alcohols. And quite frankly, I think my face is going to do better without it. You know. So let's look at the ingredients. Water. Hexyldecanol from Truth and Agent. So that's the main ingredient after water, hexyldecanol. Although hexyldecanol is generally considered to be a safe ingredient, a study published in Contact Dermatitis noted a reaction of severe dermatitis mimicking deep vein thrombosis caused by hexyldecanol. So it has a potential implication out there. Nothing's made it to the mainstream New York City press yet. But there's some talk about it. It's probably not going to ever come out that it's healthy or good for the skin, right? Even if it comes out that it's not bad. And I have a theory that you should only use things that are good, not things that are just not bad. You know, even if it's got a slight side effect, my theory as well. Why not use something with no side effects, with good effects? The more you use, the better it is, you know. And that's why I use stuff like justnaturalskincare.com, because it's all aloe vera, it's all peppermint essential oils, it's all natural oils and plants. They don't pay me to say that. I don't know anybody there. But if you're going to use something, why not just use something that's great for you? Even in high doses, you could put like gallons on you, and it just never gets bad for you. You know, so something to think about. So if you really want a lotion, I don't even use lotion, but if you want one, get one made of aloe vera and say, hold the chemicals, please. Then we have hexyldecyl laurate and butylene glycol. The latter comes back clean, but Beauty News LA says it is linked to depression and respiratory failure and anxiety. I haven't seen that confirmed. It could just be a conspiracy theory. The mainstream press is that significant animal testing was done and reactions were non-existent. But it is just a cheap chemical, safe or not, and it's a preservative, and it's a main ingredient, and it's not jojoba oil, it's not aloe vera, it's butylene glycol. So let's put the cards out on the table. Polysorbate 60, another preservative. What are we preserving so far? The water in it? Is the water going to go bad? So far there's been a couple of preservatives, you know, and they're main ingredients. They're not like the end notes at the bottom to preserve the solid ingredients. They're up in the front. They're the main ingredients, preservatives. Preserving what? The whole thing's a preservative on your face? According to the standard review source, ewg.org, the cosmetics database, polysorbate has a low concern for organ toxicity, but high contamination concerns. There are concerns out there about cancer, developmental, and reproductive toxicity, and according to a 1950 study, tumor formation in high dosages. Just concerns, nothing for you to worry your little self about. You know, you're probably not going to get a tumor from it. You don't use a lot of it, right? You're just using a little once in a while. You're fine. Next, we have sorbitan, stearate, and cetyl alcohol. Not seeing much on these that are like, oh my God, but you know, dermatologists say people with sensitive skin should avoid the latter. Potential allergic dermal reactions. Standard, not great, but you know, I gotta stop for a second because this is dermatologist approved. It's for sensitive skin, it says right on it. But dermatologists are saying it's not good for people with sensitive skin. Maybe they paid some dermatologists that were willing to say it was okay for skin, while these other people were just real dermatologists that care about you. We'll never know, will we? Maybe Everyman Jack will let us know at some point. Next we have shea butter, sunflower seed oil. Here we go. Now we have a couple of the plant-based natural things that are not chemicals, and they're at the end, a little bit of them, being preserved by the big chemicals. A little shea butter and a big chemical. So, chemically modified cornstarch, blah, blah, blah. Still that last batch. Menthol lactate, the official MSDS sheet says irritating to skin and eyes. That's always nice for a skin and eye face lotion. Carbomer. This one I had a look at old Stephanie Greenwood of Chemical of the Day. She confirms it is generally recognized as safe, but could have undisclosed neutralizing agents like tetrasodium EDTA, which is not a good ingredient. You see that one in food and cosmetics. Even Wikipedia confirms tests of toxicity in animals with that one. Remember, humans are animals. I always give that reminder. Sodium phytate. To be extra neutral on accusations of harm, I usually go with the mainstream top Google results, usually the cosmetics database, which is pretty friendly to the chemicals for the most part. And they don't seem to have anything bad on this one. I don't dig deep into the conspiracy websites on page 50, and they say it's a plot to kill us, which I probably believe is true, but you know, I try to stay with the mainstream press, because the mainstream press is saying enough bad stuff about this stuff that you shouldn't buy it just based on that alone. You don't need the deeper messages. I try to look at the United States Centers for Disease Control, the EPA. Ethyl hexyl glycerin, a moderately new chemical used to replace the parabens. Instead of just saying no parabens in the future, our products might say no ethyl hexyl glycerin. As cosmetics database says, it has a high concern of skin, eye, and lung irritation, and a moderate concern of organ system toxicity. I've said this before, I'll say it again. What are you going to do with your organs? Right? You don't need those things. Stop being such a baby. By the way, the skin's an organ too. Here we go. Phenoxyethanol again. Same deal on cosmetics database. High concern of skin, eye, and lung irritation. Moderate concern of organ system toxicity. This next ingredient, I would just like to see everyone get rid of it. It is just, it's in Nestea, which when I drink Nestea, I get a sore on my tongue. It's just awful. It's World Health, it's sodium benzoate, and the World Health Organization notes that combined with vitamin C, which you often see in those same soft drinks as ascorbic acid, it turns into benzene, a known carcinogen. Imagine that, this otherwise possibly not terrible chemical turns into benzene when merely associated with the nectar of an orange. But, you know, because of how our bureaucracy works, how it works is, okay, sodium benzoate doesn't kill you, okay, you can use it. Oh, if you combine it with vitamin C, we're now realizing it could create something that does kill you. But U.S. companies aren't required to do combination testing, right? I'm just guessing how it works, right? So therefore, we're not going to deal with this matter. It's the consumer's responsibility to buy what they want to buy, and, you know, even though they think we're taking care of them by existing. That's why I hate the existence of FDAs and EPAs, because they put people at ease. They make everyone think, wow, there's an agency out there making sure nothing bad happens, when they're not doing that at all. They're not doing anything near that. They're playing some big, high-level, intellectual, sophist, rhetoric game of bureaucratic chess. There's nothing to do with the safety of you and your chemicals. As you can see, these products are just loaded all around with dangerous chemicals. That's what they're doing, and no one's stopping them, just in case you were unsure. You know, and that's just one thing. I mean, sodium benzoate already has negative news on Wikipedia. According to UK's Food Standards Agency, sodium benzoate is also linked to hyperactivity, which sounds a lot less severe than saying it affects the brain and central nervous system, right? They're talking about the medical condition of hyperactivity, which is a friendly way of saying hypernervous system. I go out on a limb to think mental disorders, this modern depression, ADD, maybe some autism spectrum, could very well be from chemicals like this. I've seen this chemical in hundreds of foods. I mean, you can turn over foods all the time. Olives, hummus, sodium benzoate, your Nestea, your sodas, sodium benzoate, it's in it's in that lemon juice over there, it's in this, right? Sodium benzoate, right? So it's everywhere, and it might be cumulative, right? So now, you know, it's okay now. If you have a touch of it, it won't kill you. But it's in everything. And you're combining it with things. We've learned that just combining it with something as innocuous as vitamin C, it turns into a carcinogenic. This chemical doesn't like the natural world, you see? There's vitamin C in the body. So it comes into contact with the body, and it doesn't like the natural world. It's chemicals, and it wants to create other horrible things and kill you. That's my theory on it. You know, you got... and they haven't tested it with everything. They haven't tested sodium benzoate and shea butter together, right? Maybe combining them together and putting them on a porous face filled with collagen creates some kind of mutation that gives you skin cancer, right? We don't know. We didn't do the test. I'd rather just avoid all that bullshit. That just goes forever, employing people and killing people and employing people and killing people and employing people and killing people. I prefer to just take something that's just aloe vera and plant essence. That's great. It makes your hair grow back. It makes your skin feel alive. It makes you feel great, and you can just pour it on you all day. That's what I prefer, right? I don't want to take a chemical and say, can I get away with putting this on me? Will I not die if I put it on me? That's not my debate. I don't like that debate. That's a stupid debate for me. 2 thumbs down.